Welcome to this quiet space, a place where the demands of the waking world gently fall away, leaving only the soft, steady rhythm of your own breathing. As the day draws to a close and the sky deepens into shades of twilight, we find ourselves reflecting on the spaces we inhabit and the invisible currents of human connection that flow through them. Tonight, we will wander through the fascinating landscapes of our own minds, exploring a phenomenon as old as humanity itself, yet hidden within the modern walls of our daily lives. We are going to explore the quiet, magnetic pull of authority, and why, in the shared spaces of our work, power holds such a profound and unspoken allure. Before we begin this journey, simply allow yourself to rest. Let your shoulders drop. Let the tiny muscles around your eyes and jaw soften. And let the weight of your body be fully supported by the surface beneath you. There is nowhere else you need to be, nothing else you need to do. Just breathe and listen. Imagine, if you will, the gentle hum of a large, beautiful office building after hours. The daytime rush has faded into a peaceful stillness. Outside the tall glass windows, the city lights blur into a soft, glowing mosaic of amber and silver. Inside, the space is calm. You can almost feel the lingering warmth of a space where minds gather. The quiet corridors, the empty chairs. It is in these very spaces, during the bright hours of the day, that a complex and beautiful dance of human psychology takes place. We are social creatures, bound together by invisible threads of communication, hierarchy, and mutual reliance. Within this ecosystem, there are quiet forces of gravity. Certain individuals hold a calm center, a gravitational pull that draws others naturally into their orbit. This is the essence of authority. Not the loud, demanding kind of control, but the deep, resonant presence of someone who simply knows the way. When we speak of power as an aphrodisiac, we are not speaking of fleeting workplace romances. We are speaking of a fundamental psychological draw towards safety, competence, and assuredness. It is the profound human desire to find shelter in the strength of another. Think about the feeling of being in a room where confusion reigns. Voices overlap, anxieties rise. The path forward is obscured by a fog of uncertainty. And then, someone speaks. Their voice is not necessarily the loudest, but it carries a timbre of absolute calm. They possess the quiet architecture of a leader. They organize the chaos with a few well-chosen words. They lift the heavy burden of indecision from the shoulders of everyone present. In that moment, the relief you feel is not just professional, it is deeply emotional and deeply physiological. This relief, this sudden unwinding of tension, is the very root of authority attraction. When someone demonstrates undeniable competence, our nervous systems respond. We relax. Our breathing slows. We feel a subtle, subconscious warmth blooming in our chests. We are drawn to them because they offer a sanctuary from the endless, exhausting responsibility of navigating the world alone. The attraction to power is, at its core, an attraction to the peace of mind that such power can provide. Evolution has shaped us to seek out these steady harbors. Long before there were boardrooms or corner offices or glowing screens, our ancestors gathered around fires beneath vast, starry skies. In those ancient nights, survival depended on the cohesion of the group and on the wisdom of those who could read the seasons, anticipate the dangers, and guide the tribe through the darkness. We learned, over thousands of generations, to look for the signs of capability. We learned to associate quiet confidence with survival and with flourishing. That ancient wiring still pulses softly beneath the surface of our modern lives. When we see someone expertly navigating a complex situation at work, effortlessly managing a crisis, or speaking with the grounded certainty of deep knowledge, our ancient brains recognize the signs. We feel an involuntary pull toward them. It is an admiration that easily and naturally softens into attraction. We admire the way they carry their responsibilities without being crushed by them. We are captivated by the grace with which they wield their influence. There is a profound beauty in watching someone do something they are exceptionally good at. It is like watching a master artisan shape clay, or a musician lose themselves in a melody. When that mastery is applied to leadership, it becomes a living, breathing form of art. The person in authority becomes a canvas upon which we project our desires for order, for protection, and for guidance. We do not just want to be near them, we want to absorb a little of their light. We want to feel the steadying weight of their presence in our own lives. This is why power is so often described as an aphrodisiac. It bypasses the superficial layers of attraction, moving past mere physical appearance and reaching down into the deeper, more vulnerable parts of our psyche. It speaks to a quiet part of ourselves that still longs for someone tall and strong to take the lead and say, "I know the way. Follow me." In the complex, often overwhelming adult world of deadlines, expectations, and endless decisions, that promise of guidance is incredibly soothing. Imagine the quiet confidence of a leader who listens, truly listens, before they speak. Their attention feels like a soft spotlight, warm and illuminating. When a person of authority focuses their gaze upon you, acknowledging your value, the validation is magnified by the weight of their position. It is a powerful alchemy. The very hierarchy that separates us also creates the potential for a deeply thrilling connection. The distance between the leader and the team creates a space filled with quiet longing, admiration, and the gentle spark of potential. Let us explore the texture of this attraction. It is woven from threads of respect and colored by the gentle hues of reliance. It is the warmth you feel when your ideas are championed by someone whose voice carries weight. It is the subtle thrill of being trusted with a task by someone you deeply admire. Every interaction becomes slightly elevated, charged with a soft, magnetic energy. The mundane tasks of the day are suddenly imbued with meaning, simply because they are connected to this person's vision. As you rest here, breathing softly, think about the nature of your own attractions, the times you have felt drawn to someone's mind, to their capability, to the safe harbor of their confidence. Notice how that feeling resides in your body, not as a frantic, urgent desire, but as a slow, pooling warmth, a feeling of settling down, of arriving. The workplace, with its structured roles and clear boundaries, acts as a perfect stage for this psychological play. The boundaries themselves create a safe framework within which this attraction can bloom from afar. The professional distance allows the imagination to weave a soft, idealized image of the person in power. We see them at their best, composed, decisive, in their element, and we are naturally enchanted by that strength. As we continue to drift through these thoughts, let the concept of power soften in your mind. Strip away the sharp edges of ambition and control, and see authority for what it truly is at its best. A willingness to care for the whole, a capacity to hold space for others, a deep, quiet well of competence. It is entirely natural to be drawn to such a well, to want to rest beside it, to want to drink from its quiet certainty. Let your mind float on these gentle currents as we prepare to look even closer at the invisible dynamics of our shared spaces and the beautiful, complex ways our minds seek out connection and safety in the presence of strength. As we sink deeper into this quiet space, let us gently explore the ancient, hidden roots of this attraction. Deep within the architecture of our minds, there exists an old, familiar instinct, a compass needle that quietly points toward safety, toward capability. In the vast, unpredictable landscape of human history, finding a steady presence, someone who could navigate the storms and guide the way, meant survival. It meant a deep, profound relief. When we walk into the modern workplace, under the soft, artificial glow of office lights, that ancient instinct does not simply disappear. It adapts. It softens. It looks for the steady hand at the head of the table, the calm voice that cuts through the noise of a busy afternoon. Notice how your own breathing slows, just imagining that kind of reassuring presence. There is a subtle, magnetic pull toward those who hold the reins of responsibility. Psychologists often speak of the halo effect, a gentle cognitive bias where excellence in one area casts a warm, golden light over everything else a person does. When we witness someone masterfully leading a meeting, gracefully untangling a complex problem, or speaking with quiet, unwavering conviction, that competence becomes a glowing aura. It smooths out their imperfections. It makes their smile seem a little warmer, their gaze a little deeper. We are not just attracted to the person. We are drawn to the beautiful, harmonious way they interact with the world. Imagine the feeling of being noticed by someone who holds this kind of quiet power. In a busy room, where dozens of voices are competing for attention, the moment their eyes meet yours, the moment they ask for your specific thought, there is a profound sense of validation. It is like a sudden ray of sunlight breaking through a canopy of leaves, warming you completely. To be seen by someone who sees the whole picture, to be valued by someone who holds authority, is a deeply nourishing experience. It speaks to our most fundamental human desire, the desire to matter, to be recognized as essential. This feeling of being chosen, even in a small, professional way, can spark a gentle, secret joy, a spark that easily translates into a soft, lingering attraction. In the shared ecosystem of the workplace, there is also a unique kind of intimacy that slowly builds over time. It is not the loud, sweeping intimacy of a romance, but a quiet, steady accumulation of shared moments. Think of the gentle hum of the office in the late afternoon, the soft clicking of keyboards, the shared glances across a meeting room table when a familiar topic arises. You begin to learn the rhythms of this person in power. You know how they take their coffee, the slight furrow of their brow when they are concentrating, the specific tone of voice they use when they are pleased. This accumulation of small, seemingly insignificant details creates a beautiful illusion of closeness. You feel as though you know the person behind the title, the human behind the authority. And in this space of perceived closeness, the nature of their confidence becomes incredibly alluring. True power, the kind that draws us in, is rarely loud or demanding. It is a quiet, grounded energy. It is the ability to stand still in the midst of a storm. When we are near someone who possesses this quiet certainty, our own internal anxieties begin to settle. Their calmness becomes our calmness. Their steady heartbeat seems to set the rhythm for our own. It is deeply relaxing to be in the presence of someone who simply knows what they are doing. We can let our guard down. We can release the heavy burden of always having to figure things out. In their shadow, we find a cool, restful place to simply be. Sometimes, without even realizing it, we project our deepest needs for guidance and protection onto these figures. The mind is a beautiful, complex tapestry of memories and desires, and we often weave the faces of our present onto the patterns of our past. We look to those in authority to be our mentors, our protectors, our steady anchors in a shifting world. There is no shame in this gentle transference. It is a testament to our enduring capacity to seek out care, to look for the light in others. When we feel a pull toward a leader, we are often just reaching out for that comforting embrace of certainty, asking silently to be guided. Yet, perhaps the most captivating moment of all is when that armor of authority slightly parts, revealing the tender, vulnerable humanity underneath. A leader rubbing their tired eyes at the end of a long day, a soft sigh before making a difficult decision, a genuine, unguarded laugh that briefly dissolves the professional boundaries. These moments are incredibly powerful. They are the cracks where the light gets in. When we witness the vulnerability of someone we see as strong, the attraction deepens infinitely. It moves from a distant admiration to a profound, empathetic connection. We want to offer them the same comfort they so easily provide to others. We want to be the quiet harbor for the person who is always steering the ship. Let these thoughts drift through your mind like soft clouds across an evening sky. There is no need to analyze them, no need to hold on to them tightly. Just observe the beautiful, intricate ways our hearts and minds operate. The office, with its desks and chairs, its schedules and routines, is truly just another landscape where the human soul wanders, seeking connection, seeking warmth, seeking the beautiful balance between strength and softness. As you lie there, feeling the gentle weight of your body sinking into the mattress, let go of any tension you might be holding around your own responsibilities. You do not need to be the authority right now. You do not need to hold it all together. You can simply surrender to the quiet of the night. Let the idea of a strong, caring presence wash over you. A presence that tells you everything is taken care of. Everything is fine. Allow your breathing to become even slower, even deeper, matching the slow, steady rhythm of a world at rest. Feel the profound relief that comes when you lay down the armor of your daily life. Throughout the day, we wear so many invisible layers. The layer of competence, the layer of professionalism, the heavy, structured garments of responsibility and control. But here, in the quiet sanctuary of your room, none of that is required. You are completely free to just be, to exist without a title, without a role, without anyone looking to you for answers. It is a beautiful realization that the very thing we often find so captivating in others, that unwavering strength, that quiet, steady command of a room, is ultimately just a reflection of our own deep desire for peace. We are drawn to authority because, on some primal level, we are seeking permission to finally rest, to hand the wheel over to someone else, to know that the ship will sail safely through the night without our constant vigilance. And now, the night itself steps into that role. The night is the gentle, unwavering authority, wrapping its dark, comforting arms around the world, telling you that the day's work is done. The earth continues to turn. The stars continue their slow, silent march across the sky, and you do not have to manage any of it. You can yield entirely to the vast, protective presence of the universe. Imagine, for a moment, that the strong, capable energy you admire in the waking world is here with you now. Not as a person, but as a soothing atmosphere, a deep, resonating sense of security that fills the space around your bed. It stands guard at your door, It whispers through the gentle rustle of the leaves outside your window. It is a presence that asks nothing of you, requires no performance, no sharp decisions. It simply offers a safe harbor, a place where your mind can finally unspool. Notice how your body responds to this profound sense of safety. The tiny muscles around your eyes begin to smooth out, releasing the focus and concentration they have held all day. Your jaw softens, parting just slightly as the need to communicate, to direct, to engage, melts away into the silence. Feel the relaxation spreading down through your neck and your shoulders, those places where we so often carry the weight of our ambitions. Let them drop. Let them sink heavily into the mattress beneath you. The office, with all its intricate social dances, its subtle displays of power, its quiet moments of admiration, is now millions of miles away. It is nothing more than a distant, fading dream. In this space, the leader and the follower, they are all exactly the same. We are all just tired travelers at the end of the day, seeking the gentle embrace of sleep. We all close our eyes and surrender to the great equalizer of the night. Allow your awareness to drift away from the complexities of human psychology. You do not need to understand the mind anymore tonight. The mind has done enough work. It has analyzed. It has perceived. It has navigated the labyrinth of human connection. Now, it is time to let the mind rest in the quiet waters of the heart. Picture a calm, dark ocean, stretching out infinitely under a canopy of silver stars. The surface of the water is smooth, disturbed only by the gentlest of swells, rising and falling. Just like your chest, rising and falling. With every exhalation, you are sinking deeper into the soft, comforting depths of relaxation. The sounds of the daytime world are muffled now, replaced by the rhythmic, hypnotic hush of the tide. There is a profound vulnerability in falling asleep, a complete relinquishing of control. And yet, it is the most natural, necessary thing we do. We trust the night to hold us. We trust the morning to return. This is the ultimate surrender. Not to a person, not to a position of power, but to the beautiful, natural cycle of life itself. Feel the comforting weight of your blankets, like a protective shield against the demands of the waking world. It is a private sanctuary where only peace is allowed to enter. As you breathe in, imagine drawing in the cool, still energy of the night. As you breathe out, imagine releasing the last lingering echoes of the day. The conversations, the meetings, the subtle energies of the people around you. Let them all drift away like smoke on a gentle breeze, dissipating into the endless dark. Your breathing is so slow now, so incredibly relaxed. You're drifting further and further from the shores of the waking world, floating effortlessly into the quiet realm of dreams. There is nothing left to do, nowhere left to be, no one left to impress. You are perfectly safe, perfectly held, perfectly at peace. Let the stillness wash over you in slow, steady waves, each wave carrying you deeper into tranquility. The mind is a quiet, empty room. The heart is a steady, comforting drum. The body is heavy, warm, and entirely relaxed. Embrace the profound silence. Let it soothe you. Let it heal you. Let it restore your spirit. Tomorrow is a long way off. Right now, there is only this moment, only this breath, only this deep, enveloping peace. Surrender to the quiet. Surrender to the rest. Let go and simply drift into the soft, welcoming arms of deep, restorative sleep.